just basically come on here to obviously chat away basically about our 24-hour stream that we're going to be doing shortly, that's set up by Jessica Australia. Absolutely great. Hi Kat Watkins, nice to see you here. How are you? I was just going to chat away obviously about the 24-hour streaming things, and obviously it's my dad's anniversary of his passing today and things, so that's going to be a kind of tough day. But just to actually talk about the stream that we're going to be doing next Friday, we're actually, I say it starts at 12 Eastern time, which is US time. We're going to be hashtagging under the FFL Global 24 Hour. And basically what the fundraiser is about, it's like I say, it's a charity we're raising funds for, is Food for Global Life. Hi Ned Bella, nice to see you here. It's the world's largest vegan food relief with 210 projects in 60 different countries. Like I say, basically letting you know about the kind of premises of what it's actually all about. It says, a real solution for world hunger. It says, if there's one thing in the absolute world that is food that has the power to unite, and the refugee crisis in Europe is in case in point. People from all ethnicities are reaching out to help their brothers and sisters. Unity is the purest food to create peace and unity in the world, is Food for Life's primary mission. Food for Life Global is much more than a real hunger relief organisation, but is more a network of projects aimed at addressing the root cause of world hunger. In fact, all social issues by helping people from all ethnicities, religions, to understand one common truth, that we're all souls having a human experience. Therefore, every man, woman and child is essentially a member of universal family of God. So like I say, they're basically exactly the beliefs I have. I'm a very much Christian person. I believe that everybody's part of this community, whether it's you're an animal, you're anything, we're all related in that same way, and this is their kind of beliefs. Let's say there's so much more powerful way to illustrate the truth than the indiscriminate distribution of pure plant-based food that has been prepared from loving intention. The hope is to obviously have different topics related to veganism and the mission of Food for Life Global discussed on YouNow, and obviously to promote the fundraiser while we're obviously online. The main scope of Food for Life's global work, like I say, Food for Life's project spans the globe and has unique local aims and objectives. However, all Food for Life projects will adhere to the following principles as part of our overall strategy. Welfare is obviously one of them, to provide pure plant-based meals to disadvantaged, malnourished, victims of disaster, natural or man-made, and wherever there is obviously need in the world. Hospitality is the other one, to basically revive the ancient Vedic culture of spiritual hospitality and to teach people by example that there is spiritual equality amongst all beings, which is exactly what I was just actually saying. Obviously, non-violence is another one, which is something that's absolutely great. I believe in that totally, and that's something that we've got to really perpetuate in the vegan community, because we're always perpetuating compassion to animals, but we forget the link of compassion to animals, compassion to your fellow man, and obviously the planet. That's all combined. So basically it's to reduce animals slaughtered for food, by giving as many people as possible the higher taste of karma-free, plant-based meals. Obviously health's another one which a lot of people come to the vegan lifestyle for as well, and that's one thing I want to say. Don't hating people because they come to the vegan lifestyle for health reasons. That doesn't make you any more of an activist than anybody else, because by actively coming to the vegan lifestyle for health reasons, you're limiting the amount of animals that's been killed every single year, and that's been as much as a vegan activist as anything. Sharing your lifestyle online will gravitate people towards you and gradually limit the amount of demand and supply for these animal-based products and the suffering and cruelty that happens in this world. So basically it's obviously to teach the value of plant-based meals for improving body and mind and health. Obviously education, to teach the art of food yoga as an internal part of consciousness development. Yoga is another one which I really recommend, especially in eating disorder recovery. For me, I do a lot of yoga and I find it's a great way of healing the body and mind, and basically teaching ahimsa, which is non-violence, which that's exactly talking about there, and that's something I would really recommend to anybody that suffers weakness. Doing yoga, it's absolutely great. It's helped me so much. Obviously, animal advocacy to support animal rescue projects in a powerful way to teach people through direct experience of the quality of life. So basically, Food for Global is a non-profitable charitable organisation in Slovenia with a fiscal partner in the United States, a well-fed world. Since its inception, the non-profit has obviously served close to 4 billion meals to the public. Food for Life Global is funded by mainly member donations and corporate grants. So like I say, this will be absolutely great. This starts, like I say, next Friday night, which is the 25th of November, 12 Eastern time. It runs over 24 hours. Hi Kimberly, it's nice to see you here as well. I'm just actually talking about our stream that we're going to be doing for next Friday, the 25th, 24 hours. That's basically for Food for Life. So this will be really, really great. Basically, the kind of schedule at the moment, we've actually got on. It's at midnight. It's actually going to be started off by Food Yogi, who actually runs the charity. He started off 12 to 1 a.m. From 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. it's going to be the Polynesian. He's actually on you now. I thoroughly recommend you go and check this guy out. He's a really, really amazing guy. He does a lot of vegan activism. You'll love him. Like I say, I would love it if he starts a YouTube channel. He's got a great, great message. Hi Brianna B, so nice to see you as well. 2 to 3 a.m. we're still waiting on a slot for that at the moment. Oh yeah, Kimmy S on YouTube. I knew exactly who you were. Yeah, love you so much, and thanks very much for all your support. I really, really appreciate that as well. 3 to 4 a.m. we're actually going to have Malga Rosata. She's going to be on. The 45 slot isn't actually taken yet. 5 to 6 is actually Joe Vegan. I'm on from 6 to 7 a.m. 7 to 8 a.m. is Dazzling Frankie, who is my dear, dear friend. She's not vegan, but she's a lovely, lovely girl. I say she suffers a lot for depression and things like that. I love her so, so much. She's a dear, dear friend of mine. Obviously, 8 to 9 a.m. is obviously Convertible Snitch John. That should be amazing. It would be great to see him. 9 to 10 a.m. is This Time Around Vegan Life with Jen. Then 10 to 11 is Mad Blender. 11 to 12 we've got Mod Vegan, who's absolutely great. Mod Vegan's got a great, great message. She's a lot more, like I say, the kind of activism, lifestyle type thing, and obviously she does a lot of kind of spiritual type things as well, and obviously she's into all this kind of technology as well. Obviously 12 to 1, like I say, is Food for Yogi. 1 to p.m. to 2 p.m. is Hit Like a Girl. 2 to 3 p.m. actually was Joe Rive, but I think they've actually stepped out. 3 to 4 p.m. is A1 Vegan. 4 to 5 is obviously Vegan Badass. 5 to 6, The Vegan Mojo. 6 to 7, Jason Pizzino. 7 to 8, Joey Cabstrong. 8 to 9 is obviously my good dear friend Jessica set this all up. I'm obviously going to be doing a lot actually for this charity as well. I'm going to be starting my own actual charity streams for them. I'm actually speaking to the charity runner Paul, who actually runs it, on Monday as well. No, Brianna B, it's actually the 25th. This is next Friday, so it'll be Thursday night UK time. Starts at 12 p.m. leading on to the Friday, and it runs right through the Friday, obviously, to the Saturday morning. 9 to 10 p.m. is Big Screen Bird. 10 to 11 is James Aspey, who's really great. Jessica was really excited to getting him involved. And 11 to 12 p.m. is Closing It with Jessica, and obviously Sandcat as well. So like I say, this will be absolutely great, guys. If we can get as many donations in as we possibly can. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of new people coming onto the stream and things like that. When my stream, if anybody wants to guest, please let me know. I'll love to guest as many as I can, even if it's 10-minute slots over the hour, because like I say, we've all got a 1 hour slot, so it'll be absolutely brilliant to get you all involved. Oh, thanks very much for the likes, Brianna B. I really recommend it. That's been really, really appreciated. I love that so much. Thanks very much. Obviously, as well, what I wanted to touch upon was my One Kind Animal charity that I went to the protest at the Scottish Parliament, and obviously the 17th there. We were basically going to ban the cull of the mountain hares. It went well. I'm actually going to be uploading my video of the protest. That will be on my channel tomorrow. But like I say, it went well. A lot of the politicians backed her drive and said that they would support us 100%. Or AJ Lee, what time was Sandcat's slot again? She's on from 11 to 12 p.m, closing it with Jessica on the stream on the 25th. So that will be 11 to 12 midnight on the 25th. That's when she's guesting with Sandcat, obviously, because Sandcat was a bit unsure about guesting, obviously, herself, because she was a bit, like I say, nervous and things like that. So Jessica's going to be guesting with her to close it off. So that's when she's on. So like I say, obviously about the One Kind Animal charity, like I say, a lot of the politicians backed her drive. The main politician, who's the SNP party, Rosanna Cunningham, she came out, she said to us that she didn't have any proof that the mountain hares were actually being culled and things like that. Though, actually, to put you in the picture, we actually showed her truckloads of these people that were going out hunting them, absolutely loaded to the gunnels with the animals in the van. And to let you know, 1,000 of these are killed in 1 year, which is 5 to 14% of the population. Like I say, they're indigenous to the highlands and the uplands of Scotland, shaping the habitat through grazing and providing a range of predatory systems, including golden eagles, wildcat, an important food source. But basically, she was saying that they were affecting the red goose, and that this was causing a lot of more red goose to be shot and things like that, which is absolutely nonsense. There's no actual proof of this. She was actually saying they were in, obviously, things like the badgers and things like that they were causing issues to the farming population and things like that. Obviously, she's going to say that because the farming population, obviously, with the culling and things like that, and the slaughter of cows and sheep and pigs and things like that, is bringing in millions and billions a year to the economy. So they're never going to go against that. But basically, with us spreading the vegan message, it's like a supply and demand. If we can keep this message to them, that demand and the supply is going to keep lessening, and they obviously bring on the vegan lifestyle and help so many more actual to come to this lifestyle, and harming the animals as well. To let you know basically about our charity and basically what we're all about, like I say, the vote for the UK to obviously to leave the EU inevitably meant that we have challenges obviously to overcome to protect the animals. I say 80% of the laws that protect animal welfare originate in the EU. This includes, for example, things like standards on how the animals are obviously transported and slaughtered. Obviously the bans and barring cages for battery hens, stills, obviously cages that prevent female breeding pigs from moving from most of their lives. The protection of wild birds and the ban of animal testing, and obviously for cosmetics and things like that. Like I say, in the UK and Scotland do leave the EU and obviously the common market, the big question will obviously be whether these laws are obviously discarded, retained or improved. Will we be a leader, like I say, or a laggard, basically, to put it into context? Like I say, my fear is obviously many regard these critical rules as red tape, that if removed could obviously give us a competitive edge over the EU counterparts. Whatever happens, like I say, One Kind, like I say, will be fighting for Scotland to be a leader in how we treat. This isn't just about obviously how defending the status quo. After all, like I say, with great change come obviously great opportunity. Like I say, national parks, for example, were created in England and Wales in the aftermath of the Second World War. The crisis obviously crystallised a sense of obviously what is important. Like I say, I do not for 1 minute compare our current situation to then, obviously to them. Like I say, I do hope that the shock in the national debate for what we are now having is a similar effect. That's why over the coming months, like I say, and years, like I say, we must be redoubled efforts to remind the politicians how much we value our animals, and obviously make the case for Scotland to recognise animals and the sentient beings and the rights to have those good times. Like I say, they feel pain, they can think for themselves. Don't ever think that they don't. They're lovely beings, and that's what we want to keep portraying. Like I say, with your support, obviously, and everybody else's support, we're obviously optimistic that we can do this. Like I say, we've been stunned by the obvious extraordinary response that having the campaign to ban, obviously, sneers, for instance. For example, like I say, the enthusiasm which many of us have responded to the membership appeal that we've had on our pages. Like I say, together we're obviously building a very positive, powerful voice for Scotland's animals, and we'll obviously to see the challenge of improving life for all our animals and how we share the country. So like I say, we're charity here, OneKind, like I say, saving obviously Scotland's seals, as you'll see in the front. We've obviously done things like obviously try to ban obviously the circus animals, which is one of the worst things that's going on at the moment. Like I say, they're basically just used until they're no use to the obviously the circus anymore, then they're put to sleep. Obviously, like I say, next thing we're actually doing is ending the cruelty to the dogs, which is actually electric shock collars, as you can see. Basically what they do is they send a high pitch to the animals' ears, which obviously they can hear but we can't, and it's been proven to actually burst the dog's eardrums. So this is absolutely unbelievable, guys, that they can do this. This was obviously the thing that I was talking about, the mountain hare culling the cairngorms that we actually done the other day. And obviously as well, we do a lot of things like saving Scotland's seals, as you can see there. So basically, if you want to obviously get involved, you go to the link, it's www.onekind.org, and you can actually become a member. I think it's roughly about £5 a month it is. So absolutely great work that we do, and it would be great if anybody can get involved. Kimberly S is saying, I love you too, Tommy. It's 12:21 AM here, so I'm going to bed, but I look forward to watching you soon. Thanks for being great and spreading the vegan message. Oh, thanks very much, Kimberly S. That means the world to me. It really does. And hi, Bell Vegan as well. It's lovely to speak to you. I've just been going over obviously our charity drive that we're doing next week as well, and things like that. Today obviously is a bit of a sad day for myself. Like I say, this is the second anniversary of my dad's passing and things like that. So it's really going to be a hard day for me. Like I say, I'm going off to church and things like that, and I just thought I would come on here and kind of obviously spread my message and things like that, obviously for my charity and obviously for next week as well. I've got about 20 minutes that I wanted to kind of share with you and things like that. It's obviously been really great speaking to you all, and I hope so much that you can come join me next week, obviously on the stream. And obviously I'll have my charity stream that I done for OneKind up in my channel tomorrow as well. So that will be amazing to see you all there if you can obviously come next week to the 24-hour stream. Like I say, it will be absolutely amazing so much, and to obviously kind of help as many people as we can. Guys, I'm just checking up on my things here as well before I go. Just getting messages in here, sorry guys. So before I go, guys, I just want to kind of do a wee song in memory to my dad, because I love him so much. We'll meet again, and this is for you, old man. This is for you.
6 luxury mince pies, $1.25, or a luxury Belgian chocolate lava sponge.
When I was a child, before life removed all the innocence, my father would lift me high, dance with my mother and me, and then spin me around and I fell asleep. Then up the stairs he would carry me, and I knew for sure I was loved. If I could get another once, another walk another dance with him. I'd play a song that would never ever end. How I'd love, love, love to dance with my father again. Thanks so much, guys, and I'm sorry I got upset there. Really means the world to me, and thanks so much for coming on this morning. I love you so much, and remember, binge on life, purge negativity and starve guilty feelings, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Love you so much.